Why do people go to visit tourist attraction? I mean, I can think of lots of different reasons, but uh, the main objective in my mind is, just so that it can, they are curious, and visiting tourist attraction is one of the main like activities you will want to do when you go traveling around, and on top of that, you can learn about a country's culture as well as traditions, their natural habitats, stuff like that from attraction. You can learn a lot from different attractions like temples. You can learn a country religion from temples and churches. You can learn about their natural state through like forests and conservation. You can learn about the history through like museum or exhibitions. So and things down the line. So that is probably the main reason I say people go to you know those places. Uh, do local people like to visit tourist attraction? Yeah. Well, uh, I say yes. However, it wouldn't be as exciting as like for foreigners because for example, I am a Vietnamese living in Hanoi, right? So there is a lot of monuments and different attractions here. For example, notably Ho Chi Minh monuments, for example. I see them a lot, like just uh, like even if I just take a taxi to my dentist, for example, I can sometimes stumble across the monument. So it's not like the first time I see it or anything, and also because you know we spend most of our life in our country, so it's like we can visit it at any given time. So it will not be as exciting or as like eye opening, but still people will uh, at least visit such location at least once in their life. So kind of really though I cannot give the like correct answer to that, but that's my take. Uh, should all tourist attractions be free to the public? Uh, Honestly, no. It depends, but I would say that uh, I partly agree with these questions because the tourist attraction is one of the best way to introduce a country culture and traditions to the world, and the best way is to make it available for pretty much anyone, native or non-native. It doesn't matter, because uh, in my opinion, to native, right? If you get to see the beauty of your country, you will love it more. It's evoke a sense of patriotism and stuff like that, And for foreigners, uh, as I say, it's a cultural exchange, and they get to see uh, another country culture and histories, stuff like that, so that everyone can be more open to each other. And it's also, I think it's also because that most tourist attraction is often funded by the government. So uh, I would say that the entrance fees really doesn't matter that much. Only for a few exceptions like like uh, monuments and other tourist attraction in the smaller province where there are fewer people visit, then they sure need an extra incomes to help maintain the place. So I would say that for like big tourist attraction, I think they should be free because after all they are funded by the government. However, for like lesser known smaller one, there should be at least an entrance fee, to so that they can sustain their place. So yeah. Do you think tourism causes environmental damage? Uh, Again, it depends on the local policy and also what type of attraction that is. Like it depends on the policy a lot. So, but I say it's for a large chunk of it, for the vast majority. In the larger scale, tourism does cause a lot of damage the environment, to the environment, and also like the tourist attractions itself. It's basically comes down to people being ignorant and careless when visit other country. When visit another country, for example, there are a lot of cases where people chasing clout and they like climb on the pyramid, for example, to take a picture or something like that. Those are count as damages, and it can also potentially fatal to that person, to the offender, if you will. And it's also that tourism, that tourists, right? They came, they comes from many places in the world. So not everyone is going to be like knowledgeable, or at the very least, polite and self-aware. They can live, they can do all of this stuff because it's not the country, so they real don't care. I say, you know what I mean. So yeah, I think tourism cause a lot of environmental damages. Describe a natural place. So I would like to talk about the Niagara Falls in Canada. I first knew about this place when I visit Canada for the first time. Wait, I think Niagara Falls is in Ontario City, something like that, of Canada. So it's very well known, and it's often regarded as one of the most beautiful, amazing, gorgeous natural site in the whole world. And the reason for it is that, just imagine the Niagara Fall. As the name suggests, it's a fall, but it is extremely huge. Like it makes almost a half like an arc. It's very tall, at least like a 5-story building in height, and probably at least 1 to 2 kilometers in length, I would say. Again, I don't really remember it correctly. Yeah, but that's kind of its formation, and as I said, the things that make it special is not just its scales, but also the volume of water that pours down to the falls. In fact, Niagara Falls has one of the biggest volume in terms of like water flowing constantly flowing down the falls, which makes for a beautiful scene when all this falls down like a kind of like a giant curtain, and the mist, the fog that generate from the force of water hitting the pond makes it really like mystical, like very mystical feeling. Like it just looks really beautiful. And on top of that, it is the Niagara Fall is kind of the boundary between USA and Canada. So basically, you just need one step from the Niagara Fall to visit a to enter another country region. Yes, and I remember when I visited, we get to see the Niagara Fall. You know, we get to like we witnessed the Niagara Fall using a boat, and they advised us to use a raincoat. At first, I think to myself it couldn't be that bad, but uh, I suddenly you know I was wrong. The fog was huge, and it just splattered water everywhere. So at least I happy that I listened to the security guards. But again, it's looks gorgeous. And also the water is crystal clear. Everything just looks beautiful, and that's why I like it. So, yeah.